Hi, I'm Danny.
Hi, I'm Mel, and we're the Sheehan sisters.
Today we're doing another dive into a content creator who is facing a bit of backlash. And Mel doesn't know this story yet, so I thought it would be interesting to present the story to her and to the audience. So I found this story from a YouTuber named Markie. I'll link them below. They do deep dives into TikTok drama, and they introduced this story of this content creator. Their name is Tyler, and their username is I don't want to butcher anything. Their username is It's Tyler Kid. They came out with a video and let their audience know about another content creator who they felt like scammed them. So let's dive into the scam. Mel, do you have a guess on what the scam could potentially be?
Yes, I do. Because, I've seen quite a few scams on the internet. I feel like one of the biggest ones I usually see is for weight loss. So maybe they're offering some kind of weight loss program or health journey program.
Definitely a valid guess. So it is a program, but it's not for weight loss. The program that this influencer created is to help, I suppose, smaller pages build their social media platform and offer an in-depth analysis on their social media page on how to grow their brand and their following.
Okay, yes, definitely another scam I have seen on the internet.
Okay, so let's dive in. I'm a little bit hesitant to name the influencer who is quote unquote scamming. But I'll reveal some details that you all may or may not have already heard about, especially because Mel and I are very late to stories. It's from quite a few months ago, but the influencer still has this program on their website, so clearly they haven't learned anything from this feedback.
I don't know what the story is yet, but I'm saying to just call them out.
Okay, so Tyler was a fan of this influencer and was super excited when they saw that this program the influencer offers was on sale. So initially, from what Tyler tells us, the program was over $200 and was on sale for about $70. So her and her friend decided to purchase the program and honestly get genuine feedback to continue to grow their TikTok and their business and brand. So Tyler ended up revealing that her and her friend received the email on their analysis of their page and how to improve. And essentially, the email they both received was nearly identical.
I was wondering if she was already posting that kind of content because I feel like it kind of already would give someone an idea of the information she has to offer because you're paying for a service. I'm gonna relate it back to weight loss for a second because I feel like if you're following someone and you're like, okay, they're in shape, they know what they're doing, so in your head you're convinced like, oh, I'm gonna listen to what they have to say. So I was just wondering if she maybe was like getting a lot of brands, or if she gets a lot of sponsorship, or she gets a lot of views on her page. Like what made these people, like what made people want to purchase her program, and like what special insight did they think she was gonna have for $200+
We love the shade. I don't know, maybe I feel like with most scammers, like obviously they prey on people who are vulnerable and that are seeking guidance. So maybe they very much enjoyed this person's content and thought that their tips and tricks that they had on their page that they gave out for free, even though technically they are getting paid for these videos. Maybe they thought, okay, these tips are great. Let's see what this person can offer me when I do pay for a service, and hopefully I can benefit from actually purchasing this course. innocently thinking that someone is genuinely offering a legitimate service. I think that's pretty fair to assume.
I think because I have trust issues and anxiety and paranoia that I'm just automatically like I go through like all the worst case scenarios in my head before making decisions, which is not a good thing. Not saying that anyone should do that, but I'm just trying to understand the thought process to like paying that amount of money, which like you said, people who maybe look up to this person and think, oh, I want what they have.
For anyone that doesn't know, Mel and I are born and raised from New York City, so our mindset is already to be on the lookout and like detect scams and shady people.
Yeah. I forget that people live in bubbles sometimes and they're not exposed to those things.
Let's take a look at the video Tyler posted and we can get a little bit more of an understanding.
I got scammed pretty bad recently, so let's be transparent about it. If you see this and you know that it's about you, know that there's no hatred in this, but I'm going to be transparent with my audience, unlike you are with yours, because that bullshit doesn't fly over here. So the TikTok algorithm has changed recently, if anyone has noticed, and it's a little bit rough. So me and one of my really good friends, who was another content creator, decided that from one of our favorite at the time influencer who really posts like tips and tricks for social media people, she was offering a service of personalized audits of your Instagram and your TikTok. Originally, she sells them for $228, but they were on sale for $70. We were like, perfect, let's get it. You pay it, you send over your social media platforms, and she goes through them and tells you what is working and what's not working. To say we were excited was an understatement. We were checking our emails every single day for this audit, thinking that it was going to be this holy grail, tell us what's working, tell us what's not working. And then we got the audits. And almost instantly, we had realized that we had pretty much received the exact same audit. The craziest part about that is that we are completely two different content creators. I am a beauty lifestyle influencer with a completely different audience, completely different engagement, completely different following. She is a mom in nursing school. But to receive the exact same audit was kind of shocking. It was very clear that these audits were templates that are copy and pasted, and then there's little things that are tweaked, but not tweaked enough to where it's actually about your personal platform. And I was quite shocked because prior to buying this audit, I had went through the reviews on it, and there was outstanding reviews, nothing below 4 stars. She had all 5 stars. People loved it. And then unfortunately, I found out why that was the case. This is what pissed me off. After you're emailed your audit, you're also emailed this page that's like, oh, leave a review. So I left a very honest review, a very nice, honest review.
Now, having more context of what she was offering, I can now see and understand a little bit more why people thought they were maybe going to get their money's worth out of it, because she's saying she's going to literally go through your page and tell you what's working, what's not working. So you're thinking, okay, this person's going to view my content and give me constructive criticism, which honestly we shouldn't even have to pay people for. Like, this is why you should surround yourself with a good, healthy support system where you can go to them and be like, do you have time in your week to view this for me and give me some feedback?
It was probably exciting to see that the program was on sale and at more of a reasonable price, even though obviously $70 is a lot. But compared to the $228 that Tyler mentioned, they were probably like, you know what, why not while it's on sale? Like, let's just take the chance and see what this person offers.
Because the review no longer exists. You could put 2 and 2 together already. So I leave this review. I gave it 3 stars, and I said, as much as this was very, very helpful, it was kind of like upsetting that audits are copy and pasted. It did not give me the vibes that you went to my profile and watched my videos and went through my analytics and the algorithm for me and then broke down what specifically wasn't working for me. I didn't say anything hateful. I simply stated the truth. So after posting that review, I want to say within an hour to 2 hours, I received an email from the girl. I have the email. I don't know if I want to put this in here though, but it was basically like, I appreciate the feedback. Basically what the audits are is general to root problem solution. So basically what she's saying is that all content creators on a general basis have the same root issue, and that's why our audits are the same. But then I wouldn't call that a personalized social media audit if you were just going to tell me the exact same thing.
Generalized and personalized are 2 different things, so it's not correlating. And if there is one big root problem, your whole business is obsolete, because then there's again no need for the personalization. You can just go on your page and say, hey, TikTok, here's the root problem to why no one's building their platforms. This is why, again, like we were saying, like, we are not gonna fall for scams, because I would be questioning it. I'd be like, let's get on a phone call, let's talk this out, explain this to me.
It's weird though, because it seems like Tyler has been making content for quite a while, but like they mentioned, you know, the algorithm is not set up for all of us. So they were just, again, in a vulnerable spot. And you know, when you're feeling desperate, or you're feeling like, oh, I've tried everything, like what else can I try? Then obviously you're gonna resort to programs like this.
Right, so maybe they were just like, hey, this is on sale, $70, which again, some people, that's still a lot of money, especially to get nothing in return. But maybe they're like, you know what, let's just try it. Maybe for them that $70 was not a loss, especially if they felt like they were going to gain a lot of information about how to grow their page and make money and be successful. They were like, this is an investment into my future.
I agree. For some reason, what came to my mind is like, I'm pretty sure I spent like $70 on a textbook in college. Like, them shits were expensive. Oh man, like that's a scam. But anyway. Oh God. All right, continue.
When I received that email, I had this feeling, and I had said to my friend Ange, do you think she deleted my review? And I go on her profile, and she had deleted my review. That's when it clicked to me. I was wondering why I was so upset by this audit, and there was all these other people who weren't with these 5-star reviews. How many reviews did you get like mine that you deleted? And as another business owner, that is such fucking bad business. Like as a business owner, if somebody left me a review like that, very nice but very honest, I would have looked at that and been like, okay, I need to fix some things. I'm not giving satisfactory work. Even if 1,000 people like it and 2 people don't, okay, well now I know that people like this don't like it. I can adjust it however. But you then send me a BS email trying to explain the reason why the audits are the way that they are, trying to justify that you send templates out with a little bit of a tweak for almost $100, let alone that's on sale. So you actually sell this for $228. You sell a template for $228. You're a money grab business. You delete anything under 4 stars. How fucking shady is that? Really, I'm getting stress hives. As a business owner, I don't get it. Constructive criticism is what grows a business. It's what tells you what works and what doesn't work. I didn't email back. I just unfollowed the girl because when I tell you that me and my friend looked up to this girl for so long, we loved her content. We loved the little tips and tricks she gave us. And so when we ordered this audit, we were so excited, and to be so let down and then to see the true shady side of her, I was like, wow.
I think it's so ironic that she's built a business on constructive criticism and can't take any constructive criticism herself. That's so fucking funny. And again, like, she's probably banking on the fact that like, oh, these people that are paying for these audits maybe only have like 1,000 followers, so nobody's ever really gonna expose me, not really fully paying attention to like the other people that are paying for this service. And she's also probably banking on the fact that they're not gonna sit and talk to each other because Tyler and their friend did this together, so they were able to sit there and compare it with one another, where someone might just receive that on their own and think that that was her genuine advice to them for their page.
So Tyler did post the part 2 and did show screenshots of Tyler's email and the friend's email. So you are able to see the similarities. Ultimately, like Tyler was saying, it's like a template where she'll just plug in the person's interest in certain sentences so that it makes it seem like it's specifically tailored to your page.
Right, like a fill in the blank kind of thing. Yeah. She's doing Mad Libs over here.
This is going to be the last time that I address this Lauren Ross social media situation. I'm going to give you guys all the receipts. Every single receipt that I have, I'm going to give to you guys. She says that I bully her. Not really sure where that came from because my first video where I explain the whole situation, which if you don't know what's happening, I'll explain it to you in just a second. But that first video, I start off by saying no hate. In that video, I don't name drop. It wasn't until people asked me in the comments who it was that I gave the name. Just forward from that, there was other girls and content creators and people who came forward saying, oh, that happened to me too. I left a review and it was deleted. So I made that video, and on my TikTok stories at the time, there were screenshots of my audits. People saw our audits side by side. There was a bunch of girls DMing me asking me if they could see my audit fully with all the screenshots because they believed they had the exact same audit. I'm going to put some screenshots in here of some of the girls, and guess what? We have the same template audit. I'm going to say template because there's definitely a template being used. If this was 100% organic, we would not all have the same audit. There was a second social media manager that recently came out by saying that her stuff was being copied.
I had my video stolen and copied verbatim earlier this month, and I just found another girl who is seemingly taking my content and using it as a guide for her content.
I'm not going to speak for these women, but I am being tagged in it, so I'm just going to show you guys what I'm seeing. That social media manager showed in that video screenshots of stuff that she's put in her videos being directly used in Lauren's videos.
Double scamming over here. Like, not only is she scamming with this service, she's also, all her content is regurgitated from someone else, apparently.
So it looks like after Tyler posted that initial video, more people started coming out and showing screenshots of their audit. And again, it seems like a lot of them were receiving very similar responses for their social media analysis. So I took a look into that influencer's website. It does look like they have that program still up. It's called Social Media TikTok Review, and it's for $67. It looks like she's keeping it at that $70 mark. And what I did notice, I don't know if this was there before, but it's just interesting that Tyler came out with this video, and there's a note in the description that says, "Please note, this advice may be the advice given to others who struggle with the same things. Oftentimes, creators struggle with the same core issues, which affects the trajectory of their content, decreasing their ability to have a successful platform in 2024. This may be template format."
Definitely added that after because Tyler said that they had the screenshots of what the description said and it wasn't this. So they definitely added that now. Maybe they're scared of lawsuits, so they're like, nope, but I already told you up front what it was.
At the bottom, no refunds. These are digital products that cannot be returned, no exceptions.
Don't trust any company that doesn't give a refund. That's usually, again, you can tell they're a scammer if it says no refunds, just saying.
That reminds me of these two content creators who developed a holiday pajamas line and were selling them overpriced, and they also weren't offering refunds. They only offered credit to their website.
Oh Lord, listen guys, I know the economy is rough, but like that doesn't mean you gotta be greedy and throw your morals out the window. And back to this person, I just feel like if you had all of these skills, you wouldn't need to make a million programs to try to make money. You would just use the skills that you have to make the money. Like if you know how to get the brand deals and grow your page, then why don't you just focus that energy on yourself?
Right. The irony of it all. Listen, we're going to wrap this up, but one piece of advice that I would offer is if you're able to do your own research and collect as much free information as possible before giving your money to someone who could potentially just be scamming.
Let's share information freely with one another as well and not gatekeep success.
Thank you once again to Markie for covering this story, and I hope Tyler's page grows abundantly. And you know what? We really do have to hold people accountable, especially if they're profiting off of misleading products, programs, etc.
If you guys want to see more videos like this, comment below. Let us know if there's any scammers we should look out for, any stories you guys have heard. But I think that is all for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching.